In this problem, we're asked to use a sketch to evaluate the expression. I need to start off by evaluating the part that is highlighted in yellow. And I know that when I'm dealing with inverse cosine, I'm either in quadrants 1 or 2. And because my cosine is negative, I'm going to be in quadrant 2. Remember that cosine theta is defined as x over r in our circular definitions. So I could think of this x value as being -1 and my r value is being 2 because that's the fraction -1/2. So you can see on the picture that I have on the left side of my screen, I've got my radius as 2. Now if I look at that point that I have in blue, I know that the x-coordinate is -1, not sure what the y-coordinate is right yet, but I know that if that blue point has a x-coordinate of -1, then this distance in yellow is going to be 1. Now most textbooks will go ahead and write this as -1, even though I know that a distance can't be negative. But this gives me enough information in order to figure out this vertical distance because it is one of the legs of this right triangle. Now, a second way to think about this problem is being on a unit circle. In that case, I know that my radius would be 1, and I know that the length of the bottom part of this triangle would be 1/2, and I could think of this as -1/2. So it doesn't really matter which one of these ways you do the problem. I'm going to use the unit circle method. This leg of my triangle I'm going to label y. From my reference sheet I have this formula, so I'm going to plug in what I know. Now I need to solve this equation. You can see I've simplified what's under the radical. Now I need to square both sides of my equation. Then I subtract 1/4. I take the square root of both sides. Now when I take the square root of both sides, I know that I have the positive square root because I am above the x-axis. And when I simplify this radical expression, I have the square root of 3/2. So I'm going to replace this y with square root of 3/2. And remember that now I need to find cosecant of this theta. And cosecant is defined as r over y. And in this case, r is 1 and y is the square root of 3/2. So I'm going to multiply numerator and denominator by 2, and that will get rid of my complex fractions. Now I need to rationalize my denominator. Multiply numerator and denominator by square root of 3. So I have 2 times the square root of 3/3.